Shalom, I'm giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai Shem Kakodah. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video A Few Words on the Hebrew Israelites. Anyway, I went to Google and I put in, matter of fact, let me bring it back. Are the African American slaves descendants of Israelites? So this is what I read part of this. So I didn't click on this. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me click on this here. This is Wikipedia. We've got a lot of information here. I'm just seeing where the Spirit's gonna take me. And I may add to this to title this video and other topics. See where the Spirit takes me. Yeah, earlier I was on my other computer and I put in what language the American Indians speak, and they were kind of hinting at Hebrew. Some sites said that they were speaking a form of Hebrew. They were definitely not speaking Spanish or Latin. Anyway, let me just buzz through this. There's a lot of information here. A lot of information. There you got One West way down here. Let's click on this. Okay, you know what? Let me just read this. The One West camp is a subdivision of Hebrew Israelite groups that believe in the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the exclusive identification of the 12 tribes of Israel with ethnic communities of blacks, Latinos, Latino Americans, and Native Americans descendant in the Americas. The movement is, let me click on it. You know what we're going to do? Since they mention, and Wikipedia is telling the truth, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans descendant in the Americas. That's the uttermost side of the earth. Matter of fact, let me do this. Acts 1 comes to mind, but there's some let me do this. End of the world. No, I don't want that. Uttermost part. Uttermost part. How do you spell utter? Utter part. Oh, let's see what comes up. Okay, let me try utter. Maybe utter I spelled wrong, probably. Utter. Not a good speller. Put a R. Okay, so put in the word utter. Let me see the uttermost part of the earth. Let me do it this way. Bear with me. The uttermost part of the earth, Bible. Maybe I should have put in uttermost. So let's try this. Uttermost. Just going where the Spirit leads me. Let's see where the Spirit leads me. Okay, uttermost comes up 28 times in Old and New Testament. Oh, here it is. Let me click on that. Let me check that off. Uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of heaven. Let's check that off. We're going to come back and read these. I didn't know uttermost part of the earth was in here that many times. Let's click on this. Wait a minute. From the uttermost part of the earth, you heard the song? Good. See, sometimes you go with the Spirit. Uttermost part of the earth is one of my favorite Psalms. Psalms 2. One of my favorite. Let me see something. Okay, what is this? Nehemiah. Nehemiah. Yeah, right here they put the lepers that came to the, and when the lepers came to the uttermost part of the camp, they went into one tent and did eat and drink. Yeah, if you had leprosy, they would put you out of the camp for 7 days. If you healed up, they let you back in. If you didn't heal up, you were deemed as unclean. There's two types of leprosies: unclean and clean. Okay, so now let's go to the ones that I clicked off. Let's come back over here. Okay, the One West Camp is a subdivision of Hebrew Israelite groups that believe in. This is the group that, or the groups, because it's broken into many groups. It's called One Westers. This is why they lose sleep. These people lose sleep. Old Testament, New Testament. Yes, we follow the Old Testament, New Testament, and the exclusive identification of the 12 tribes of Israel. We're not saying that we're the Jays. We're not saying that we're Judah. We're saying that we're Israelites. We identify ourselves as Israelites. The Israelites are going to fulfill prophecy to go back to the land. If those were the people, they would be calling themselves Israelites, and they'll be able to identify the 12 tribes. And King David. King David's coming back too, as a head, with ethnic communities of the black, Latin American, and Native American descendant in the Americas. The blacks, the Native Americans, and the Latin Americans and Native Americans are known for being on the Western Hemisphere, the West Coast. Up in Canada, if you've never been up to Canada, I've been up to Canada a couple of times. You got Simeon up there. You got Ephraim up there. You got Latin radio stations up there. So you got Simeon up there. You got Levi. Levi's big up there. So you got Simeon, you got Ephraim, you got Levi, you got Benjamin, you got Gad been there, and you got Judah. And then you probably got all the rest of the other tribes up in there too. But all the tribes are down here in the U.S. Is that the movement is named after its first grouping, which was located at 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, in New York City, then known as the Israeli School. Right, that's the original name. Israelis, not Israelite School, but Johanna has what's called the Israelite School. But the actual word was Israel when I came in, the Israeli School of Univ, and I still got my membership card. Israeli School of Universal Practical Knowledge. The movement has since splintered into numerous camps, including the New York-based Israelite Church of God and Jesus, ICGJC, and in Pennsylvania-based Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, which is led by Johanna, Hebrew Israelite groups related to the One West camps. Do not consider themselves Christians. Well, we're the original Christians, and deny the Trinity. Well, the Trinity is not biblical. The word Trinity is not even in the Bible. As we do acknowledge the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, but we don't acknowledge them as being one person, one in three, as well as the belief that salvation is for all nations on the earth. Right, because salvation is only for Israel, the Israelites, the elected Israel. The One West camps teaches that Jesus, which we don't call Jesus, we call him Yahushua, was racially black. Well, that even Edomites are saying that. White people are saying that he's black. He had to be black. Abba Bivens, by the way, all you can't One Westers, former One Westers, all of you, when you deal with the book of Malachi 4, really the whole chapter, the last two verses, when you speak about Elijah coming back, you got to mention Elijah coming back as John the Baptist and Elijah coming back as Abba Bivens or Abba Bivens, which is Eber ben Yomin, who quit the Judaized related, meaning they got to get this knowledge from the small hats, commandment keepers of Harlem in 1969, to start a group based on the 12 tribes doctrine. And see, you know the difference between a One Wester, former One Wester, or One Wester splitting group compared to other groups. But a lot of these groups that say only the black people can be, Black American, West Indian American, Haitian American, or whatever. That can be Israelites. These other people in the Americas are not Israelites. Now you got to throw out the Apocrypha. You got to throw out. You got to throw out 2 Kings 17. And then when you go back to Yahweh ben Yahweh, and I spoke to them. Yeah, I said, what if I'm a Haitian or what if I'm West Indian? He said, nope, you're not an Israelite. This is what Yahweh ben Yahweh used to teach. I talked to them. As a matter of fact, they came to the school. They actually came to the school at One West, about 3 or 4 of them. They say you gotta be an American Negro, former slave, to be an Israelite. If you're a West Indian, you're a heathen. If you're a Haitian, if you're a black Honduran from Honduras, you're a heathen. Puerto Ricans are heathens. Mexicans are heathens. So you guys that black only Israelites, if you got Benjaminite, West Indian in your blood, and Haitian, you gotta get this stepping, man. So keep it all the way 100. It says of Harlem in 1969. This is why General Yohana says the original, ISUPK of 1969. To start a group based on the 12 tribes doctrine, and only the The former One Westers deal with the 12 tribes. It's not just Judah. That betrayed a critical view of normative Judaism. One West camp groups are known for open air preaching, and that's where the popularity came from. And then YouTube and the World Wide Web really pushed this thing. As a matter of fact, when when we use YouTube as the main thing, you don't need Facebook and TikTok and all that, but there's videos that people put up on TikTok of myself and other, But the main thing that opened up the eyes of to the world was really YouTube. So YouTube, you get a hand clap for that. You get a star, and that's the fulfillment of Matthew 24. Gospel must be preached throughout the whole world, and then the word world there is different from the word John 3:16. For God so loved the world, and Matthew 24 it says preach throughout the whole world. Go to Matthew 24. Go to the Greek. The word there is oikomeni. Guys, I went through it the other day. I knew it, but I went through it the other day. Go to John 3:16. The word world is cosmos, which means a certain group, a certain segment. It says One West groups are known for the open air preaching and protests and attracted media attention with January 2019 Lincoln Memorial Conference. Yeah, that's when Chief Ephraim went down there. That was all on the news, which include, and then they said that these Israelites intimidated these young high school. There was about 1,000 high school boys that most of them were bigger than them brothers. How the hell you gonna intimidate? How the hell are 5 people gonna intimidate 1,000 people? Which include a small New York-based camp group. The great majority of black Hebrew Israelite groups outside of One West camps and Nation of Yahweh do not share these beliefs. Yeah, Nation of Yahweh is another group. Let's see, let me see. Commandment keepers. That's where I became out of African Hebrew Israelites at Jerusalem. We're not African. Beth Shalom Benai Zikan. You could tell these guys. These people. They had to learn from. They had to learn this stuff, the Hebrew and other things, from the small hats. Ethiopian Hebrew Congregation, Church of the Living God, Church of God and Saints of Christ, Orthodox Church of God. This demon upstairs don't know I got my headphones on. International Israelite Board of Rabbis. What the hell is this all about? Let me click on this. Okay, is the oldest historical African American rabbinical board in the United States, whose founders preserve synagogues in black neighborhoods in New York City and Chicago. And these small hats are not intimidated by them, I'm afraid, because they're lost. They're coming against us because we got the truth. Israelite Church of God and Jesus Christ, the ICGJC, which is pretty much, who's that? Who's that? Israelite Rabbinical Academy, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. That's different from Israeli School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Nation of Yahweh. The Nation of Yahweh is predominantly a black Hebrew Israelite movement, which was founded in 1979 in Miami by, that's Yahweh Ben Yahweh, Hulan Mitchell Jr., who went by the name Yahweh Ben Yahweh. It's gold. That's why you can't say, you say Yahweh, I say Yahweh. Yahweh is not his name. It's His goal is to move African Americans. That's it. I talked to them on 2 occasions. I said, "What if I'm West Indian? What if I'm Jamaican?" He said, "You're a heathen." What if I'm Haitian? You're a heathen. You have to be a Negro, an American Negro, a former slave, or your parents got to be former slaves. That the other people, we ain't dealing with them. So he didn't have the truth because Benjamin, you got Levi, you got Gad, you got Reuben. It said who it believers are the original Israelites. And you can read the rest of this. Then you got references down here. Or you got what do you call this? Bibliography, notes. So we're known. The different, mainly one Westers. That's the ones that they fear the most. And they say that we anti-Sem and we curse, we yell at them people when they walk down. We don't yell at them. We don't. Hey, the only time we encounter them is when they come up to us, or you can ask them nicely. We don't. Now we used to curse them out, but we said don't don't call them over. Just if you see a person dressed up in that traditional Orthodox thing, don't call them. Just act like you don't see them. If they stop and talk, then you talk to them. You talk to them like a human talking to another human, and you tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. We talking to two of them a couple of years ago. They had the Jewish regalia on, the Orthodox regalia. Two younger guys, maybe in their 20s, mid 20s, and we were dialoguing back and forth, and it was filmed. It was put on YouTube. And then when we started talking about Esau, Jacob and Esau, they started getting uncomfortable because they know the story of Jacob and Esau. They're taught in their synagogues, as Yaakov would say it, synagogues about Jacob and Esau. But they're taught that their Jacob and Esau is some defect. So when we said, you guys are the Edomites, they looked at their watch and they said, we got to go. We got to go. Okay, so let me do this. Okay, so let me get into these precepts. I'm sorry. All right, let's get over here. The uttermost part of the earth. It says Micah 5 and 4. Let me see if that's on my list. Okay, it's not. Okay, it's not here, Micah. Let's look at this. The uttermost parts of the earth, now shall he be great unto the ends of the earth. All the ends of the world shall remember and turn unto Yahweh. Wow, that's that's see, this truth came out of the West. It came out of America. It actually came out of New York, in Harlem. One West, that little small little raggedy school that you couldn't fit 60 people up in there. It came, all these different splinter groups came to that. So let me do this. Then it mentions Psalms 22 verse 27. Let me see. It's Psalms 22. Psalms 22 27 it's not in there. So let's get Micah 5 and 4. Do it this way. Micah 5 and 4. I didn't have to put no scriptures together. The scriptures just came to me. Birth of the king in Bethlehem, which is Yahweh Shai. Now gather thyself in troops, O daughters of troops. He have laid siege against us. They shall smite the judge of Israel with a rod upon the cheek. But thou, Bethlehem, Ephrathah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, meaning the land of Judah, because Bethlehem was considered a small city, an insignificant city. It was also known as a house called the city of David. Yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me, that is to be ruler in Israel, which is Yahweh Shai, whose goings forth have been from of old, from everlasting, meaning he was Adam, he was Melchizedek, he was King Solomon, he was Isaac, he was all these people, reincarnation. This is what Christians don't understand. When you explain it to them, they can't get it. It doesn't compute. Therefore will he give them up until the time that she which travaileth, what comes to mind? Revelation 12. We're going to read that. And there's a new link up that you can use. I'm pretty sure brothers have used it, but there's a link up right here with Revelation 12. It says, and to show you that it's talking about one man. Therefore will he give him up until the time that she which travaileth have brought forth. It's talking about Mary, but it represents Israel. Israel being a comely beautiful woman. What is that? Jeremiah 6 and 2 and 6 or whatever. I think it's 6 and 2. Then the remnant of his brethren, the other Israelites, shall return unto the children of Israel. So when you return, you got to be away from something. If you live in New York, you go to California for 2 years, and your family misses you, and you come back, that's a return. So when you leave something, that means there's no remembrance of it, ultimately, right? When we were brought over here to serve slavery, we didn't know that we were. Jake didn't know that they were Africans. They had to learn this recently. African studies, we're the Africans. But then if you go further back, inside joke, that'll take you back to Israel. And you got Nigerians and other Western people of Africa, West Africa. They're saying that we descended from the people, from the Israelites to this day. Some of them stayed, some of them came over here and served slavery. Then the remnant of his brethren, which are the other Israelites, shall return unto the children of Israel. And he shall stand and feed in the strength of Yahweh, that's talking about Yahweh Shai, in the majesty of the name of Yahweh, his God. This is talking about Yahweh Shai. And they shall abide. For now shall he be great unto the ends of the earth. It ain't talking about Caesar Borgia coming over here with Christopher Columbus bringing Caesar Borgia. How is he great? It says he be great now. For now he shall be great unto the ends of the earth. So we're telling you over here on the other side, the uttermost side of the earth, which is the Western Hemisphere, which is the fourth part of the earth, the fourth part of the world. Revelation chapter 6. All right? People, what are they saying? No, Jesus is not a white man. Jesus is a black man. Matter of fact, Jesus is not even in his name. Jesus came, the letter J came about. What they used to teach at One West, the 7, they used to say the letter J came about in, I think they said the 17th century. The 17th century. Which is not true. The Spirit jumped on me some years ago to come across this guy named Tricino. and he would be like the father of what do you call it, Renaissance language, because they didn't have just Renaissance art. Renaissance didn't consist of the art; it consisted of the language. They took the alphabet, 24 letters. Greek, I believe, is 24. Hebrew is definitely 24, and they added a couple of extra. I'm sorry, 22, 22, and they added 4 extra letters. One of them was an extension of the I, which is the J sound. So the J sound didn't come about until 1524. That's the exact year. So it says, and he shall stand and feed in the strength of Yahweh, in the majesty of the name of Yahweh, his power, and they shall abide, for now shall he be great unto the ends of the earth. How is he great unto the ends of the earth? Because you got the various brothers out there teaching, not just GMS, but all them, all them different camps. All these guys that just propped themselves up that started by watching the former One Westers and modeling themselves after the 12 tribe sign. A lot of them guys got the 12 tribe sign and can't break it down. As a matter of fact, I heard one video where a former member of the Sakari said that they had to they were trying to figure out the 12 tribe sign, how to break it down, and they purchased. I don't know how true that is. They can come and say, no, that never happened, or yes, it did. But this dude did an interview, Vocab did an interview with this guy, and he said, yeah, he said they had to buy a DVD of the 12 tribe breakdown for $75 from the IUIC. And that sounds about right, because IUIC puts a dollar sign on everything. And if they say, no, that's bullshit, okay. But you did do it. If you don't do it now, you did it back then. You used to have showing you about this filthy lucrous. Back then, in the beginning, when we got on YouTube in July of 2007, you was on YouTube 2006. YouTube came on the scene 2005. So not, YouTube was really small. But when you guys put up videos, you would put up a 10 minutes, because back then you could only put up 10 minutes, and it was very grainy. You put up a 10-minute video, then you would have a site saying come to this site, and then when you go on the site, they selling you shit. You want to get the rest of this breakdown? This is $100. You want to get Revelation 12? That's $50. And tell me that I'm a liar. Go ahead and tell me that I'm bearing false witness. I dare you. I dare you to tell me that everything that you did, you had a motherfucking dollar sign on that shit. And I believe that what the brother said. Matter of fact, I can go to the video right now. I believe what the brother said in saying that, yeah, the head of Sakari had to purchase a DVD of the 12 tribe breakdown from the IUIC that cost him $75. Anyway, this is a, you know what? Let me do this. Okay, the third verse. Therefore will he give them up until the time that she, which travaileth, this is during the time of the Roman Empire, during the time when Yahushua was being born, have brought forth, which is Yahushua, then the remnant of his brethren shall return unto the children of Israel. And that's talking about now. So when you go to Revelation 12, let me do it. Revelation 12. I believe even these Christian scholars say that the man child is Yahushua. Okay, the woman, it's talking about Israel. They say it's talking about Israel. It's not talking about the Roman Catholics say, well, that's talking about the woman with the sun and the moon under her feet. It's talking about the Roman Catholic. No, it ain't. Even the blue letter says the woman is Israel. The red dragon is Satan. Yeah, the physical of Satan. The male child is the Messiah, Hamashiach. And she brought forth a man child. You know what I got to do? I don't even got to go to the commentators because they already said it in the blue letter. The male child is the Messiah. So the woman's got to be what? The woman is Israel. Why is the dragon red? Because Esau is red. There's two Satans: spiritual Satan and physical Satan. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, remember. Okay, let me go to Psalm 22, verse 27. All the ends of the earth shall remember and turn unto. Ooh, wee. Ooh, mm. I'm not going to read all this. All the ends of the world. What's the ends of the world? The Western Hemisphere, the fourth part of the earth, the fourth part of the world. Canada. You got Israelites all up in Canada. The U.S. You got Israelites. You got all the 12 tribes are here. You got all the 12 tribes here now. You couldn't say that 100 years ago. When Jack Johnson was around, they ain't had no Ephraimites up here. They ain't had no Simeonites up here. The only people that they had here was Judah. They didn't even have Benjamin and Levi up here. They had Judah, Issachar, and then pretty much that was it. Then you had Esau, and then you had the Chinese. They brought them over here to work on the railroad. It says, all the ends of the world shall remember. What does it mean to remember? To bring back again. Remember, to bring back again. You forget something. You forget where you put your phone. Then you trace your steps. And then oh yeah, that's where I left my phone. And this is the last place I thought to look at. It says, all the ends of the world shall remember. Now, the world is talking about Israel. Shall remember and turn unto Yahweh. And we're doing that. This is being fulfilled right now. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. And all the kindreds, what are kindreds? Families of who? The Israelites. Of the nations, which are Israelites scattered among the nations, shall worship before thee. So the Most High, 12,000 out of each tribe, the great multitude, Revelation 7 and 9. For the kingdom is Yahweh's, and he is the governor among the nations. All they that be fat upon the earth shall eat and worship. All they that go down to the dust, confusion, shall bow before him, and none can keep alive his own soul. A seed shall serve him. It shall be accounted to Yahweh for a generation. This is that generation. We're that same generation that was back there with Yahweh Shai 2,000 years ago. They shall come and shall declare his right. Ooh! Who's the they? The elect of Israel. They shall come and shall declare his righteousness unto a people that shall be born, that he have done this. Who's the people that shall be born? Actually, the This is a renaissance. Us coming back to this knowledge is a renaissance. It's a rebirth because we were dead and then you're reborn or resurrected. Ooh, this is some powerful stuff. Where is the uttermost part of the earth located? Let me just see what they say. Okay, the memoir really does take place in the uttermost part of the earth, the southernmost tip of South America, and that's another. But that's the west. Okay. Let's see what this says. What does uttermost part mean? Most remote or yeah, because this place was there was no one dwelling here. Utmost farthest, the utmost star, the greatest or highest, the degree, quantity, greatest. The uttermost means the end of something. If I'm on one side of a building, I said go to the uttermost part of that building. That means you got to go to the other side of it. If I'm on the east end, I said go to the west end. That means you're going to the uttermost part of that building. Okay, so now let's get into these precepts. Nehemiah 1 verse 9. But if ye turn unto me and keep my commandments and do them, though there were of you cast out unto the uttermost part of the heaven. Will we cast out unto the uttermost part of heaven? Yes, which is the west. Back in them days before Columbus, they understood there was three parts of the earth. There was the Orient, there was Africa, and there was Europe. They didn't know about the uttermost part of earth. And it was Christopher Columbus, the Most High put the spirit on him to go to the uttermost part of earth. And in one of the movies, there was two movies came out in 92, and I saw both of them in the theater. What was it? One was called 1492 Conquest of Paradise or something like that. Then there was another one. And they were both good. They were both good. But the one that sticks out is the one with Debardo. And in the scene, he was talking to this priest. He said, how do you know that there's land on the other side of the earth? Because they believe that you will fall off the earth. And he said, and then he mentioned some documents, and one of the documents that he mentioned was Ezra's, the book of Ezra's. Read it. Read it, Richard. Inside joke. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to see if I can find it on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's there, because it was there, and I'll let you hear it. He mentions the book. The guy said, how do you know that there's land on the other side of the end of the earth? One of the books that he mentions was the book of Ezra's, which shows you that he read from the Apocrypha. Uttermost part of the heaven, yet will I gather them, who? The Israelites, not the other nations, from thence, and will bring them unto the, this is powerful. And because he said, you turn from the commandments, I'm going to cast you to the uttermost side of the earth, but then I'm going to come back and get you. Ultimately meaning the Most High is a God of mercy. That's why, see, IUIC be going off on that fucking hell doctrine, because the Most High, read Psalms 136. It's about the mercy, his mercy endureth forever is in there every verse, for his mercy endureth forever. If he's a merciful power, he's not going to have nobody burn for trillions and trillions of years. That even includes, he's going to have mercy on Esau. He's going to have mercy on Esau. It says, and will bring them unto the place. What's the place? Revelation 12, that place. Uh, Hosea 1 and 10 and 11. In the place where it says, "Ye are not my people, there shall it be said that you are the sons of the living power, that you are the Israelites." That's why you got these different groups, these led by small hats, because that's a threat. That's a spiritual threat to them. And will bring them unto the place, and that's here. But the other place is talking about the kingdom. That we're going from one place, America, to the new place, back to the east. That's also in Baruch. From the west to the east, by the word of the Most High. That it says one part in Baruch says the east to the west and the west to the east, by the word of the Most High. That I have chosen to set my name there. The Most High set his name in America, because we know we found out the name of the Most High. We found out we were Israelites in America, right? It says, I will gather the uttermost part of heaven, yet will I gather them from thence, and will bring them unto the place that I have chosen to set my name there. That's going back to Jerusalem, but the Great Awakening, the Renaissance, is going to start here in America. That's why it doesn't make no sense. The IUIC, and I'm not knocking them totally for that. They got this slogan called 12 Tribes Worldwide. We got to wake up all the 12. Nowhere in the scripture says that. Nowhere in the scripture says that. I got a whole list that I didn't even go into dealing with the chosen elect. We only to teach these masses of people, because the only ones that's going to come out of that are the elect. Okay? So put this in together and put this on the list, because I got to go through this again. This is beautiful. It says Psalms 2 verse 8, "Ask of me, and I will give thee the heathen for thine inheritance." Now the word heathen, you have a plant called a heath. The word heathen means land, but it also means the people of the land. And the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession, because we're going to have control over the whole planet Earth. Psalm 68 verse 8, "They also that dwell in the uttermost part are afraid at thy tokens. Thou makest the outgoings of the morning and evening to rejoice." Psalms 139 and 9, "If I take the wings of the morning, and dwell in the uttermost part of the sea." The sea, you got the Atlantic, right? That would be the uttermost part of the sea. The Atlantic, if you get on the Atlantic goes from the uttermost west, which is Americas, to the east. You want to go to Israel? You want to go to Dubai or whatever? The planes got to, if you leave in Kennedy Airport, the planes got to be going due east, not west, because that would be stupid. Because it would have to go over the whole America to California, on the Pacific, past Elam, and because Elam is a large land, to get to the east. That would take you a hell of a lot more time. All right. It says, Isaiah 7 verse 18. Let's see what that says. "And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall hiss for the fly that is in the uttermost part of the rivers of Egypt," Egypt meaning America, "and for the bee that is in the land of Assyria." Assyria is also known as America, spiritually Sodom and Egypt, and Assyria, and Bozrah, and the land of Edom. Isaiah 24 verse 16, "From the uttermost part of the earth." Where's the uttermost part of the earth? All the way in the west. So we're talking about the Americas. "Have we heard songs?" Ooh, Revelation 14. We sung a song that no one could understand it except the 144,000. Even glory to the righteous, so we're glorifying the Most High. But I said, my leanness, woe unto me. Treacherous dealers have dealt treacherously. Yea, the treacherous dealers have dealt very treacherously. Who are the treacherous dealers? What is that? Isaiah 33 and 1. Isaiah 33 and 1. Let's go to it. Show you that they're the treacherous. Wait a minute. Give me a second. Let me come over here. Give me a second here. Oh, I said I was going to go to Isaiah. Isaiah 33, verse 1. I don't even know why I put that in there. This is the treacherous. Woe to thee that spoileth, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. They took us over. We couldn't defend ourselves because they were stronger than us. When thou shalt cease to spoil, that's this man. All the nations are looking. They looking. We gonna get these motherfuckers back. The Japanese, remember what you did, World War II. How you took the nations over, raped the land, raped the women, raped the men, took us into slavery. Hey, Habakkuk 2. So many precepts come to mind. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? They looking to let the weak say I am strong. What's the great equalizer? The missile technology. Thou shalt be spoiled. So we're in the time of them going down. And when they shall make an end to dealing treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. The BRICS nation could not be formed 50 years ago, 100 years ago. You couldn't form the BRIC nations in World War II. Because they blast you from here to kingdom come. But now you can do it. They're defiant. They say, man, fuck y'all. In other words. So we know who the treacherous are, right? The violent take it by force. Matthew 11. And we almost out of here. Just hang with me. Matthew 12, verse 42. The queen of the south. Oh, I love this precept. The queen of the south, which is Makeda, which was the queen of Sheba. And Queen of Sheba and Solomon never had sex. When you had royals visiting other royals, they didn't have sex with each other. They met at a distance. You know, and they had their dignitaries around them. They wouldn't sneak. And then she gonna go off and just have a kid named that's West Indian Benjamite Rastafarian bullshit. Yeah, I used to hang out with these Rastas, man. They used to tell me read the script. Oh man, I don't know how. Back then I said these niggas are crazy. You know. And the one guy, his name was Leocraft. He had the dreads, and he got mad at me because I shaved my hair bald. He said, why you shave your hair bald? You look like a bald-headed kid. Why the hell you did that, man? John gonna get you. But I remember he was going through the scriptures, and the scripture said when the moon turned to blood, he said, you know what that mean, brethren? That means they're gonna be on the moon fighting one another, and blood is gonna spill on the moon. I said, oh shit. I said, hey, what he said, I said, nigga, you crazy, man. And said the queen, hey, don't listen to Rastas, don't got it, bro. Rastas do not got it. But they are people. There are people, they're gonna come out of that madness. You got a lot of brothers that were former Rastas that are Israelites now. It said the queen. Oh, when we went up to Canada years ago, there was a conference of different Israelite groups. If we came late, they didn't start the meeting until we got there, till One West got there. It was myself, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ricard, and even Apostle Gabar didn't even know he was going up there. It was like 4 in the morning, And we just woke his ass up and said, "No, we going to Canada. You want to come?" He said, "Yeah." He had his woman. He said, "Where you going, baby?" "I'm going to Canada." And we picked his ass up and we went up to Canada, man. Drove up there. It says it took us what 10 hours, 4 in the morning for. So we got there around 1 o'clock. The Queen and when we spoke, everything was quiet, man. You can hear a pin drop because none of them knew any Hebrew. We were going into the Hebrew, we were going into breakdowns, and they were amazed. And then the Benjaminite, the Rastas were there, and they were just in awe. They would ask us questions and stuff. Where you get all this knowledge? It says, and I got a video I can't even find. It's on a cassette, VHS. It says, the Queen of the South, which is Makeda, shall rise up in judgment with this generation. Didn't I read generation of a while back in this video? This is that generation. This is that generation. This generation now is a generation that was back there with Yahweh Shai. And shall condemn it. So the Queen of Sheba, she's here, For she came from the uttermost part of the earth. She didn't come from the west to hear the wisdom of Solomon. And behold, a greater than Solomon is here. Why did Yahweh Shai say, well, wait a minute, Tahar. You said that Solomon and Yahweh Shai is the same, but Yahweh Shai said he's greater than Solomon. Yes, because when he came this time, he didn't go off. Well, we got to answer for all y'all. Two more scriptures and we out of here. Mark 13, verse 27. And then shall he send his angels and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of the heaven. It says, what is that? Isaiah 63, if I'm not mistaken, that the Lord shall come up out of Seir or Edom. So when Yahweh Shai and the angels come back, they're going to cover the whole earth to beam up the elect. The majority of the people being beamed up is going to take place in America. But you have the elect that's also scattered in other parts of the world. It says, Acts is the last one. Acts 1 verse 8. But ye shall receive power. He's talking to the apostles. After that the Holy Spirit is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea, Yahweh, Jerusalem, and in Samaria, because you had Israelites living in Samaria, and unto the uttermost part of the earth. What does that mean? When did the apostles come to the Americas? They never came to the Americas. They're here in the Americas now. When I mean apostles, I mean the men that was teaching the word of the Apostle Paul, whatever, all of them, Peter, the many prophets from past, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. Jeremiah is here. Ezekiel's here. Obadiah is here. Joel is here. Nahum is here. Zephaniah is here. All the prophets are here, man. Lot is here. Lot is an Israelite. So anyway, I went long. I was a little long-winded, but with that, I'm going to say shalom.